Are we live? I hope we're live. Alright, there we go. Okay, just gonna spread this link around. Alright, that should be good. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium. Sorry if I sound a little tired. I just got it from like a little nap. I was really tired earlier, so I thought I'd nap before stream. It was like 30 minutes before I had to go live is when I woke up, and I was like, no, I don't want to go live now. But I decided I wanted to go live. So last time we left off is that we were waiting around for 10 p.m. So we were doing a lot of reading, and we're probably going to do some more reading in order to pass the time. There we go.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. It takes about half an hour to piece one together. It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
a sequence killer?
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
The couch in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
They actually look like assholes.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever couch those guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
You're right, on with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills.
Hi, Maslow.
Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet.
Hope you're doing well.
He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Wait, was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
I am having fun, Maslow. I just started, so I'm still in the middle of it, but you know what? We're getting somewhere. We're getting there. We're mostly just trying to pass the time right now.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high off it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Really stupid.
Yeah, so anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be?
Progress is still progress, that's true.
Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Table's low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, hit his head on the table, and died?
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
He must have sucked a lot of it.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
And what was he doing there for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next. Not much has changed.
Alright, put the ledger away. Alright, we still got some more time. We should probably try and kill, so we're gonna try and do some other stuff. That's not a map. Can I do this one? Stained glass window? Or did I already do that one? I can't remember what the thing is. Either way, I'd like to stay over on this side of the city for right now. Otherwise, I'll probably forget what I'm supposed to do. Hey, ma'am.
The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night.
You're still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough.
I found this jacket.
What's troubling your mind?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour.
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Goodbye. Sick, we got a new jacket. Here we go. Pain threshold 1, half-light 1, minus drama. Sweat like a pig. Windbreaker is like a protective cocoon, placing the wearer's torso into the pocket universe where wind, water, dirt, and fire cannot harm them. Huge writing, 100% synthetic, is probably displayed on the chest. It lets absolutely no air through. Warning item, not actually fireproof. Huh, okay. Oh yeah, this is part of our phone collection. I think we missed out on the pants though. That's the only thing we kind of missed. Oh well. That's fine. Okay, up to the boardwalk. Here we go.
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman, under a mountain of police paraphernalia, mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear and a threat! Fear and a threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
Ma'am, we just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening, as long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
The situation looks bad. Calm yourself. Steady your breathing.
Oh, we can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's the goddamn police shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs?
Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
We're not the police, we are the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Lieutenant W. Frater, Harry Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. Oh, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
There's a scenario unfolding in her head right now. It has nothing to do with what's happening here.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
Oh, we really are cops. Look, white rectangles.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in dispatch! Sector! Azimov!
She's losing it. One twitch and there would be blood.
Time to get my gun.
She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening. If you just move. Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the Binoclad can't shoot for shit.
Now I know myself, I know I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you. But how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
Confined quarters, assailant coming at me. Split-second decision. Ah, well.
In your peripheral vision, the lieutenant releases the half-squeezed trigger.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you.
Her scratched skin is warm to the touch, but the person inside doesn't even know you're there.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
But why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8, and loneliness.
You're probably right. Loneliness.
Yeah, looks like a bad case. But the question is what to do with her right now.
Should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the Whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late, and they might have already gone home. But I think we are done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them.
Pick up the RTM cap.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
Maybe, probably, you know me.
It's your hat.
Okay. We got a new hat. Authority 1. Nice. I'll keep that one on. I remember there being like a way you can actually fast travel. Every time I try to do it, it doesn't actually work. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're here. Let's go see Titus real quick. Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
There's an old catatonic lady that needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, or
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kuron or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everett's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She had something of yours, Pig.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
nope, she didn't have anything in mind.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What was her name? What her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne LaPlante?
Be anything else you wanted to know?
Who was she?
Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
The children kept her together.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
I can't but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Cole. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of our own.
Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
So we did actually dump them, wow.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Alright, bye. Okay, we gotta go to the Communist Party.
Just an ordinary war. Nothing to see here.
Okay, let me see here. We're at Cape Side Apartments. Where's the Bonds place? This is... I don't remember.
A plaster cast bust.
Never mind. you know about the secret meeting that's happening tonight?
What? No. Nobody tells me anything.
Would she understand if they did?
How about any unusual activity taking place after hours, say after 10 o'clock?
If it ain't my business, I'll keep my nose out of it. Think we'd all be better off if people kept their noses to themselves.
Okay. I remember right, this is Cape Side, right? I don't remember. Pretty sure this is the Cape Side apartments, though. I have to go upstairs. What's up?
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices having what appears to be an animated discussion. This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez.
There it is.
Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt. The acrid smell of failure. No, that's just slightly burnt coffee. A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at these pigs sniffing about after hours.
Why didn't you say there was a secret door that was right behind you?
Must have slipped my mind. You know how it goes.
The metal grill is cool to the touch. You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket. He wants so badly to draw his armistice, but he also doesn't want to draw it.
You okay, Kim?
Oh, I'm fine. I was practically born to infiltrate underground communist cells. Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
You can make out at least two separate voices. Two voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Careful with those now. I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent. A pair of frightened ears cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
Who's there? Is that you, Maurice?
Are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
Listen, I've already built like 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence.
What's the passphrase?
Fuck, I don't remember actually. Oh no, I don't remember what it was. Fuck. Shit, I don't remember. Oh no, I don't remember. Was it the first one? I don't remember. Fuck. I actually don't. Hold on. I'm gonna actually look it up. Fuck it, I don't remember. Oh god, I don't remember. Fuck. Maybe it was this one.
Did he say something about sausages?
Maybe it was this one?
He said something about moles. Perhaps he's just a night-wandering lunatic.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether no, they're still there. You can feel them back there.
Alright. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or
Okay.
it'll all be locked out.
That was it. Got it. Great. I'm so smart.
And don't watch the concrete. He just kind of throws it away.
Charmant. After you, detective.
Have fun at your underground meeting, Pig. Hope it's a blast.
Okay.
The two young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor. Matchboxes, it appears.
I think it's holding, Alexis.
It is. It's holding.
It's definitely not holding. Those matchboxes are stacked so haphazardly, it's like they want them to collapse.
Careful, careful.
Ah. Shit.
Damn, hardly any difference. You two, you are late.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
Sorry, I was caught up with something.
One leader and one follower. The most ancient power dynamic. There's a great deal of tension in this young man's shoulders, more than someone his age should bear. Meanwhile, his companion inclines toward him, eager to catch every word that dribbles from his friend's mouth. Just a moment. Could this be the former owner of a certain jacket you acquired recently? Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
My apologies, comrades. I had to be sure I wasn't being tailed by our class enemies.
He's taken your measure, like an ideological boxer stepping into the ring. This must be the theory combat the Boyadero warned you about. On guard.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-oh. No one said anything about reading. You'll just have to win this one.
The reading, yes, I've definitely done that.
Excellent. Let's hear your critique then.
I thought the themes were interesting.
They always say that when they haven't done the reading.
Oops.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here then.
There's profound consternation in his voice. You suspect it's about something bigger than your not having done the reading.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
What were you doing with those matchboxes just now?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around. It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could, with predictable results.
What exactly are you two doing here?
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. It's the most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinaise.
Comrade Steban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
It's obvious they take this group of theirs extremely seriously. Whatever you do, don't compare it to a common book club. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of Beano-clads yanking each other's knobs?
Sounds like a place for intense intellectual engagement. Exactly my kind of jam.
That's our whole thing. The world is so shallow, all noise and repetition. We're interested in genuinely radical critique.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
I didn't realize they taught radical Mazovian in universities.
Huh. As though you can call that problem teaching.
One thing you learn quickly at university is that you're not going to find a real education in any lecture hall or discussion seminar.
We are post-attendance, basically.
How's the disco going? It's going good. We're doing the communist revolution right now.
Exactly. The only worthwhile part of the so-called École Normale de Revachol is the library. That's where we've made our greatest critical strides.
Okay, so what does your reading group actually read?
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
For some reason, the word plasm catches in your ear like a piece of old wax. Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorate.
Force yourself to keep listening.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
Communist theorists love puns, in case that wasn't obvious.
Hablars infernal.
The original Fisdale translation, not that watered-down revisionist garbage.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they've actually read all this stuff.
Obviously.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
Oh wait, who are the inframaterialists?
You're not familiar with them? It's pretty advanced stuff. You may not be ready for it yet, Gendarme.
Okay, but then who's this Ignace Nilsson guy?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and a founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasma, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Big words start happening, losing focus. Don't we all?
Those words again. You've got to find out what this inframaterialist stuff is all about. Whatever it is, one thing's perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them. The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
Are you sure? My working theory is that communism killed the hangman.
To be clear, communism is not an official suspect in this investigation, because it's not a person, is it?
Seems unlikely, from a strictly inframaterialist perspective.
Comrade Ulrich is right. The amount of plasma required to strike down an ideological enemy outright is enormous. We're talking second-level effects, at a minimum.
Or even third.
What are these levels they're talking about? This doesn't sound like any communism you've encountered before.
In any case, it's not like the SRV has established a party line on the subject of lynchings in Martinez.
Though historically speaking, the SRV has supported direct action against right-wing paramilitary squads, especially when they are doing the Indo-tribes' dirty work.
Good point. So as a provisional matter, I can say we support it.
Are they being sarcastic? You feel like you're caught in some elaborate joke labyrinth, but it's impossible to see your way through. It's always that way. Beneath the crust of irony, there's a molten sincerity that threatens to erupt forth. You may witness it yet.
Is your reading group affiliated with the Union somehow?
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the Union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
He speaks the truth.
So what's your stance on crime in general?
That's easy. Crime is simply the inevitable expression of the injustice and incoherence embedded within capitalism itself.
Delivered with the smug assurance of a schoolboy reciting a maxim he's committed to memory.
It's a symptom, in other words, not a cause.
His companion can barely suppress a yawn.
Are there any operational communists in Martinez?
No, unfortunately. The communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Hello, Millie. Like this one?
His companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon. He's practically itching to stick that thing in someone's face and pull the trigger.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry. Can I hold it?
Here you go. It doesn't work anyways.
Heavier than I was expecting.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith. Though when he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
Oh, I kind of skipped through that one. The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith. Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him. Where's the rest of the reading group?
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
So there's just two of you?
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Okay, but what happened to them?
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it. Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading group.
Novels, unbelievable.
See? Even a gendarme gets it.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Or the iconoclasts.
For starters, they love talking about beans.
Beans?
That's right. Iconoclasts are obsessed with beans. They love thinking about beans. They love counting beans. But most of all, they love building models to predict how many beans there'll be in the future. They're by far the most bean-centric school of communism.
Boy, this is the most accurate description of socialist communist agenda. Yeah, it pretty much is. Academia, sorry.
Much maligned bean counters, ensconced in their think tanks and high-rises, believing they can save the world through a series of incremental, assiduously technocratic reforms.
I don't get it. Are the beans a metaphor?
If only. They've got all the beans accounted for in their asset sheets. Their quarterly budgets, their future projections. But for some reason, there are never enough beans to go around. So we've just got to cut our bean rations in half.
And next thing you know, there are budget cuts. So now we've got to cut the bean rations in half again. You see, iconoclasts claim to be communists. But in reality, they're just liberals with hard-ons for spreadsheets.
And the Gotwaldians? What's so bad about them?
They're the most depressing school of communism. They love writing long books with a patina of Mazovian theory to cover up their cheap psychologizing.
Jesus, I am having flashbacks. I have met these people. I can believe that, you know.
A gang of cheap psychologists and intellectual midgets. Typical Godwalders, in other words.
It's okay for Uli to say that, because his dad is from Godwald.
What's so depressing about their theories?
The Godwald school believe that intellectuals as a class are capable of sparking revolutionary change. So all they can do is critique capitalism from inside itself.
In other words, they have lost faith in their own relevance.
That's why they spend all their time smoking cigarettes and writing long works of criticism that make you want to commit suicide.
That sounds miserable.
It is miserable. That's probably why they're always committing suicide. You see, the Gottwald school look like communists. They talk like communists. But scratch the patina and you'll see beneath that they're just depressed liberals who've read too many books.
And what about the liberals? Are they liberals too?
Of course not. The only people who actually call themselves liberals are mouth-foaming reactionaries.
Basically indistinguishable from fascists. You'd need an X-ray machine to tell the difference.
What about Cindy? Is she part of the group?
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Godwalds are real, my god. They are on Twitter, I swear. I believe you, Maslow. I don't open Twitter often enough to know exactly, but I believe you. Not literally, but you know what? I believe you.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
That doesn't stop her from using a room for studio space, of course.
Did you say something about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Well, a real intellectual, it sounds like.
Right. So a few weeks ago, we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said, what were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
What is this inframaterialist business they keep blathering about? You've never heard of anything like it.
Remind me what inframaterialist theory says about turnips again.
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops, which Morris somehow has the gall to deny.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
So you expelled Maurice from the reading group over an argument about turnips?
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
Millie. My goodness. Millie, what are you doing? She's on my desk. I've heard enough. Let's talk about something else. Is the reading group accepting new members?
We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics. But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Steban, you can't be serious. For these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, he'll still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process. Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Oh god. That is such a low fucking roll. I mean, I could give it a try.
Is it getting warm in here? There seems to be a little pool of sweat forming in the depression of your lower back.
I'm not nervous, I'm a superstar.
Oh, totally. A superstar breaking out in a cold sweat.
How am I getting so worked up? They're just a couple of kids.
Let's be frank. They're probably way smarter than you. You bet they've read more books than you can even name. The hardest part will just be working up the nerve to ask without soiling yourself.
Everything all right, gendarme? You look a little green about the gills.
Nope, that's
Sure.
it.
We're here most every night. Maybe we'll catch you again.
Sleep well, gendarme.
Well, shit. Try not to think about the cracked spidering across the floor. A rickety easel surrounded by pots of gouache? Cindy's no doubt. Could it be the Phasmid? No, probably not. This one says, no war, but class war. This poster reads, under the cobblestones, communism. Coffee. At the bottom of the pot, an aisle of black sludge rises from the shadowy sea. Oh, what's this? Thing I can take. Mine now. Bye. Well, that went about as well as I expected.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my aura?
Nope, I'm good. Bye. Alright, I guess we gotta go to bed now. Let's fast travel. Can I fast travel from here? Not really. I think I have to be actually near the Whirling and Rags in order to fast travel. Okay, let's try it again. Map. Travel. Okay, time to sleep.
It's getting late and it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Okay.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression. The bed is comforting.
Go to sleep.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you. It digs into your brain.
Alright, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
Shut up, I just want to sleep.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bread. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream, the worst of them all.
The last stream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And the air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Alright, new day. Hi, Cam.
Yes?
Nothing. Great, I still gotta present a theory to him, but I think... Oh, fuck. Stop that, goddamn Millie! Okay. Millie time again. It's Millie time all the time. Oops, wrong way. Hey, where's your pal?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts?
Yes, he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself to Revachol.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is, part of life really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore about anything really. But you must need something.
No, I'm good for now.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. Nothing.
What? That was a 92%. I can't believe I didn't get that.
What's this weirdo cop doing now, huh? Window shopping?
I think he's trying to find dirt on us.
Wow, no.
Yeah, because they like to sniff around in dirt.
He's just trying to sound clever. He has no idea.
Alright.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye,
Nope.
gendarme.
Oh. I think I have to raise my logic, don't I? Oh, God.
It's you again. What is it?
Yeah, it's unlocked. Alright. Never mind. Well, let's see if Classy is still here.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Yeah, I guess you got nothing for me.
The same small, heavy.
Hold on. Let's see if I can.
The same small, heavy door. No lock. It's barred from the. Sounds like it's heavy, too.
Nope, that's not it.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
You know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Alright.
You see a heavy the cobalt blues, old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. It leads to a side building. The door does not.
Darn it. Alright, okay. What else can we do? Shouldn't have wasted my points on interfacing, god damn it. Oh well. Kuno! You got shit for me to do?
Fuck does Kuno care?
What do you know about it?
Shitload.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking... Remember Night City, pig fuck? Kuno was in fucking Night City getting shit done.
Oh, what the fuck, Kuno? Stop being so fucking lame.
Okay, about the dead body.
Yeah. Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
You're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. What are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
What do you mean threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates.
What do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boots. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean Mignana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows.
I should have done this earlier in the week. Oh well.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
You're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
More on this later.
You're tested.
Get lost.
Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What was with the pig head?
Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Are you trying to send me a message or something?
Yeah, to the both of you. Watch your ass in Kuno's town, or Kuno's gonna fuck your head off.
I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of the game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about magnesium. I rock all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I've heard enough.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Interesting, how?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, while the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Kuno, psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up.
What's up with her?
Kuno look bad in this.
What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane, dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in, probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him. Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips. Fuck. She can read lips. You should cut your mouth.
What do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before. But right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Really? Isn't she too small to overpower someone?
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Okay, how many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower. But a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Fear. Fear of the truth.
Kuno, do you think it's possible that she's killed other children?
Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
He usually looks you straight in the eye. A little something just crumbled there. Don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her. Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S is not smiling anymore.
You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho, cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
What's that language she uses? Nepakima and Kimpi Fagari?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Some things are too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
She your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
The hallway there with the janitor's closet?
Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style.
Why was she dripping wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Murder hangover. That's what it could have been.
Murder hangover from when she...
Killed a kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark place and just hibernate there. Usually goes on for a few days, up to a week. Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one.
You said she got in? How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno-S. Two of a kind.
Why is she called Kuno S then?
Because she fucking looks like Kuno.
You don't know her name?
No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was psycho killer.
How are you dealing with all this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
You need backup? I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take it away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her. Sneak up on you later and fuck you up. Do you understand?
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
I can respect that.
All right. Now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Business?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
Alright, what was that about you running about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who's your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revershow. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
Half a gram?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
That's not very much material at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Alright.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
I'm going in there, all guns blazing, to get that speed because I need it.
Alright, pig. You can plug him, but you can't stop him. It'll only buy you time. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
Come on, Kim. Obviously, I'm not gonna take it. We need to get the drugs away from a minor.
Okay then.
Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. The magnesium levels in your blood are dangerously low. It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol levels.
They fucking knew it wasn't the alcohol or the other things.
Yeah, the other things. Long live the other things. Made you strong as an ox, they have.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So I need to mag it up?
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium. 1 stroke? Don't be so modest. He's having one right now.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to transcend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system. Just remember, it's not the alcohol. And more of that too. Alcohol is not the problem.
Yep, definitely not.
And it's certainly not the dextroamphetamine.
Nope.
Nor smoking for 40 years. It's the lack of magnesium and excess of coffee. You should stop drinking coffee. It wreaks havoc on your gastrointestinal system.
Never. I'll never give up on my coffee addiction. This way.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita.
Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door, leaving the panel with a sticky 1 shaped shadow and a marker drawn 2. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter. Snip right through the metal.
Okay. Chain cutters. There we go.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the snip. The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick.
Nice. Money.
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with straw.
Lieutenant, I've located the psychoactive substances on the table.
Good. The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room. You pocket the bottle as if it were the most natural thing in the world. Blast it before you face the beast, Deruita. You're going to need the encouragement.
Relax, I'm pretty sure he's asleep anyways. Stinks the air is something sour. I'm gonna take that.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest.
Hold up, Lieutenant, look at that pile of clothes.
Something underneath there is breathing. It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, or you're gonna die. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it. It's deep in suffering somehow. You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Kim, is this thing even alive?
I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. 3 toes are poking out of a hole. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
Is this Kuno's father we're saying?
Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. There's still plenty to be scared of here, just not what you thought.
I was expecting something worse.
I think he's still quite bad. I mean, what he has come to. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
Hold on, what happened to his eyes?
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight.
This is serious damage. I'm still not sure he's dead. He's not dead.
Look, he's trying to communicate.
Maybe we should help him somehow?
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Poor guy.
We could take him to Remedy or Saint Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably. The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something, and then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. Are you going to let a semi-conscious degenerate disrespect you?
You're awake. He's awake.
His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again.
At least he got to say his piece.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, I guess we took everything we wanted. This way.
Kuno care?
Took care of your drug situation.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way, street way.
You're just gonna ask how I got past your dad?
Word on the street is, you said your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distraction style. That's some sick shit.
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit.
By kilo you mean gram, right?
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
I'm keeping it. You don't need more drugs. You're 12.
Alright. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit on him.
Tell him, Kuno!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno. So Kuno's gonna give you one more chance. Know this, pig. Shit is major.
Major fucking choice, pig.
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving, pig. This is fucking domino shit.
It's hard to see how not giving a boy a bag of amphetamine would cause some catastrophic cascade response. Hard to see, but easy to feel. Somehow, this will change things. It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly.
What, if any, is the downside of not giving the drugs to Kuno?
None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him. In another life, where he trusts you.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno?
Do we give him the vial or do we not? Kim's gonna hate us if we do. Millie! What do you think we should do? Alright, now it's staying with me.
Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig throws it all away.
I told you he can't be trusted. I told you. I told you he'd steal the shit.
Relax, see? We got plenty of Kilo underground, in the tree. This ain't about that. This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit. Now everything is fucked between us. How are you gonna make this up to the Kuno, huh?
There is genuine disappointment below the act, sire. In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
I looked around in there. It's not an easy. It's not the easy life that you've got going on in the apartment.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bedrolls, in the dark and opening into the lower tunnels.
Kuno, I met your dad.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Kuno, your dad is half-dead alcoholic. He was sleeping under some clothes.
What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
Kuno window? Come on, kid, just stop.
What are you trying to do? Get the Kuno to stop. Kuno's just getting it on.
Keep your ass together, Kuno.
Stop acting tough, kid. You don't have to be scared of him anymore.
Kuno's not fucking trying to be tough. This shit is real. Kuno's fucking violent dad's gonna be a vegetable. Kuno knows that shit. Stroke shit. Stomach fucked up, and Kuno's gonna go out like that too. Gonna be just like Kuno's violent dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Go out West Revachol style.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck are you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
You don't have to turn into that.
Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think cause you took Kuno's speed, Kuno's gonna sub like a turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going to collapse from exhaustion. He's red all over.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
There was a textbook with your name on it in the apartment.
Yeah, so fucking what?
It says Kuno, not Kuno. Kuno de Reuter.
Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
I like it, Kuno de Reuter.
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno changed it. Kuno can change his name into anything. Gonna change my name into...
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
There were tons of unpaid utility bills in there.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
Let me guess, Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about them.
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
That's no place to live in. You have to find somewhere else.
That's right, it's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground, Leroy shit, ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
I did right not giving you the drugs. Let's conclude this.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse. Fucking social worker shit. It doesn't work, pig.
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
Kuno doesn't fuck.
Okay, bye. Now I can upgrade logic. Yay!
It's you again. What is it?
You gonna tell me where Ruby is?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex.
Let's go.
The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease, then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
In the whole 45-minute window, she was with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run from her lorry. We're not getting into what that operation is again, Carl.
That's probably for the best. Don't break your stride now.
And just because she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot him. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance that the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science call. You're a madman.
Those numbers were an asshole, man.
Yeah, and they don't put her on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
Ruby could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Yeah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room.
Maybe there's more.
What do you mean?
How much do you guys know about the place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in rats. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass.
There's a locked door. There's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if those 2 doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene? If they are connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
Have you noticed the wind shut out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
All right, I'll play along. Those 2 doors of yours, the winch connects them with some kind of dumb waiter.
What wench? Where's the wench?
On the side of the building. You can see it from the harbor. You want to be a lieutenant, you gotta keep your eyes peeled.
I've seen the winch.
Fuck off, man.
He knows Eugene is more lieutenant material than he is.
Have we firmly established that Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly. Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, a route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun.
I've already established Ruby's running drugs. She could have smuggled guns too.
God damn. That's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Every fucking 5 seconds.
You were warned not to bring it up. Your best shot here is to just back out of it.
Fine, Titus, I'm not getting into it. If it touches on your precious business.
Okay, cop. She's got connections. I could see how she could have access to a gun. That still doesn't mean she did.
That's all you needed. Doubt.
There is a small 28% chance that the shot came from beyond the roof.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good sign.
There are weapons like this still lying around in Martinez.
That looks antique. A Velma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there, with others just like it.
20, maybe 30 electrodes, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
I didn't say I'd prove she had a murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
All right, cop. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component. The big one. Get this and they'll give her to you. Remember, don't piss him off. That never works.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, let's assume you killed him.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Clausier told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby.
Yeah. Like what?
Apparently she had a thing for Clausier.
A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Come on, guys. She hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise.
Yeah? No. Ruby's got more balls than a ball pit. You'd have to be an idiot not to. Guys, I'm not the only one who knew, right?
Knew what? First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a who? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Claudia said she'd made advances on her and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
She did tell us when we were close to arresting her.
Figures. But that Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. So there is some truth to it. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge against you, Titus?
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, Cop, you put your head in your ass.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay, we ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to react so brashly. He does not like his authority questioned.
When Claudia came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so rude.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yes, female intuition, that's what it was. You're right, Eugene.
Yeah. Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. A more serious consideration that you wish to avoid is that she knew what happened because she did it.
Maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you?
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods, a very small nod, and a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip. This is the only option he cares for.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about, ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you won't. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Don't forget the funny tie, too.
How can I forget? You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about this?
She
about
said
me?
you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like can.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
It's not an actual question. Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared.
Scared? You should be, too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
Do you have any clues where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
The gardener? But she went to tell everyone.
You're a smart cop, but you're a stupid person. No one goes to tell Everard anything. If he has to know, he has to know fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Do you know what she's doing with Ulan frequencies?
The what now? I have no idea. Boys?
She said she's building a pale emitter.
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing Ulan frequencies and a pale something. I don't know more.
This guy barely understands what he's talking about.
There you have it. Pale something.
It's not much, but it'll do.
It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
Just think good.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Okay, let's look do point perception. Try this one again.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches.
Finally.
Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached the yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hid a key in the bush.
Huh?
I need you guys to hand the key to me.
And I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. We can't always get what we want.
God damn it, Dennis. You know I can't help it. Sorry, fucko. These guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in...
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
There is a silence around this man's words. Unlike Titus, they're afraid of him. That's the type of respect he commands.
Does anyone know why this key was hanging out right outside the Union Box window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
Wonder what doors it opens.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
It's worth a try.
Maybe this is somewhat connected to Ruby getting into the roof?
Your secret root theory? You're grasping for straws, cop man. Why'd she put it back if it's hers? A little wisdom from old Titus. Not everything is connected to one thing. Keys just lie around. It's a messy world.
It's said without aggression, as genuine advice.
Okay, well, let's go back and look.
You see, the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
I'm gonna change my clothes a little bit. Okay. Pinball says Franco Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. This pinball is white Diora. The black glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note, NB, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Oh, hold on. I think this is the one where I want to quick save a little bit.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Oh, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Mundi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing
The
field.
theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as bulls.
Ah.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced bulls in play with relative ease. Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the girls. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Oh, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
Fucking hate this guy.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. An ampoule? The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Can't make it be done, just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake, and then it's all over.
Stay on the ball.
Yo,
I did it!
You keep the final goat ball in play, reacting to the tiniest stimuli, floating in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly, the old speaker crackles.
That is such an impossible one, too. I'm so glad I won that one.
Gordy ball is lit.
Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and matte black. Cornelius spell the white letters running across the equator. So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss. Then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia. High score, announce the speakers, and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Gordy ball to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
That's amazing.
I think I won, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
Who's the king of pinball with Kim?
Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive. The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again.
Alright, let's go.
Yes. Good times.
Once again, the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness. Life has left it, unlikely to ever return.
Man, I can't believe I got that first try. Holy
All
shit.
these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your fingers across white Dior
Feels
machine.
like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball thing. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
So it's like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
He doesn't.
How about we fire up one of these bad boys and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
What about that one, the Franco-Nigerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
Oh.
It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Zeolite. His people are incredibly dexterous, and they all love pinball. matter of fact.
Hey, didn't you guys like invent pinball?
Us? Guys?
Stop.
No matter. This is a failure. I'm failing. I'm not. And I'm going to stop.
Okay. I don't like pinball because I had to learn to play it for an undercover job at a pinball ring. And it's a lame, boring, and unchallenging game. There. We can move on now.
Super. Tip-top. This went pretty well, all things considered.
Alright.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88. There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
Says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
88. This elevator was maintained a long time ago.
At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital. Maximum 5.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
Small windows taped shut with black plastic. Can't see outside. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. Ooh, pinball maker's coat. Pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
Looks like they gave up on fixing the pinball machines at some point.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
This used to be a pinball workshop?
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all left over from that.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and God ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Okay.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or 2.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof, from where you can shoot our victim. This is significant. These prints, officer, could be the prints of our killer.
Let's have a closer look then.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
Prints look like one person went back and forth.
Between that and that.
This print doesn't look like the odd sold print we found in the hanging, Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor. You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I could see into Clausier's room from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
What were those people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural. They're sensationally unnatural. This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Hey, Clausier. We're back.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
I have a pretty low chance of getting shivers. I mean, I can give it a try, but... oh, right, if I have this quick save, okay. Alright.
Hello, officer.
Nothing happens. There is a mass of droplets above the planetary body, colorless, merging into one another.
I feel like if I get both sixes, I could at least get this, though.
The sky is low and cold. You hear the distant murmur of motor connections somewhere south.
Silence, officer. Wouldn't have thought you...
I feel like I could get it, though, if I had enough shivers. I think that's about as good as I can get it.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. A massive droplet.
Nope. I don't want to wait for it to stop raining, though. Ugh, it's gonna be annoying.
Officer, what brings you up?
A warm
Did it.
column of air rises around you, up to the falling rain, encircling the building you stand on. You feel its twisting shape, bits of paper and birds on the thermal, along with several million liters of water, all rising back into the great Insulindian sky.
Why does it rise?
Because it's warm, from the gathering spring, from the oceanic current flowing into the bay, the people on the streets, and the machines that hum in the harbor. Heavy fuel oils, too. From the vapor, a great cumulus is formed, A cloud castle 1,000 meters high. A flock of seagulls screams, hitchhiking on the thermal. They too are part of the procession. The honor watch.
For whom?
For her, the guest. Waiting.
Is she safe here?
As safe as you keep her.
What is she waiting for?
For Gloria. Soon these clouds will all fall down as even greater rain. Spring will come. 2 more months. Maybe less. It's time.
Miss, what are you waiting for?
You mean here in Martinez?
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the miracle to happen. It'll take one to get me out of the mess I'm in.
And what would that miracle be?
The return, of course. Now, I know I'm not from around here. I would only be hitchhiking. The return is a big hit in the industrial espionage circles. A lot of desperate, seedy types there. All screwed in this unipolar world.
What is the return?
Don't you know, sir? I thought you were from around here. You look like Mr. Revachol.
Humor me.
The return, well, it's part urban myth, part political science. It's a fool's hope, sir. And it's also all I've got. They say there will be an event, that it will happen somewhere here. In Revachol. Revachol West. They say it will happen soon, and that it will change everything.
Le retour.
Some political event? How do you know this?
As I said, there's talk. In the competitive intelligence crowd, a lot of people, like me, we need a new color on the map. It's all blue, you see, and that blue doesn't like us.
You came all this way because of a rumor?
No, I came all this way on a false passport and some money. To hide, mostly. In the most volatile part of the Real Belt, where it's easiest to disappear. Where the walls are still porous and you can slip through. This is just something to get me through the night, you know? A little espérance.
Still, the story influenced their choice of where to run. It must have some hidden layers.
How soon will it happen?
Soon. But it's been soon for almost half a century now, so don't hold your breath. No need to worry, Lieutenant. I'm sure the streets will not erupt in seditious violence just yet.
These streets? I'm not so sure, miss.
The return of what exactly?
Of the king, of the nation, of communism, return on investment. I don't know exactly. It's meant to be vague, as promises generally are. But at the same time, I mean, things can't go on like this forever. Something will give. It always does.
Is this why you said you would like to surrender to in a free Revachol?
Yeah,